Listen, Archie, hello.
Hi.
Good Lord. This is one of those movies. I was speaking to Emerald Fennell about it a few weeks ago, and I said it's one of those that I kind of wish I could have walked straight into one of these junket rooms straight after the film.
Yeah.
Where
Accept it immediately.
you're feeling like somebody has like slipped a hand under your underbelly and given it a tickle. That's how she described it. I felt like a prudish old lady watching it. It's been out for a bit now. Your families and friends have seen it. Like, what has been the reaction you've been getting from people? Because it's not an ordinary movie.
No, my family have surprisingly loved it. They are. I did not think my mum was gonna enjoy some of the scenes, and she absolutely loved it. I think that is the really exciting thing about this film, especially, is you really don't know the way the audience are going to react. Like, it really takes people by surprise, and I think that depends on one of the things we've spoken about is Emerald loves to challenge people's comfort levels when talking about things like desire and sexuality and power. And some people we don't often have those conversations out loud, and so it's weird to be confronted with it on screen, because I think a lot of people that you would expect to have, quite like I love that film reaction, sometimes don't, and they feel quite confronted by it. Or the people that you think might be quite confronted about it actually really, really love it, and it's really taking different. It's showing itself in different ways every time. I kind of love it.
I watched it in a screening room right at the front on my own. There was like lots of people there, but I was kind of, when you're at the front seat, so I couldn't sense what was going on around me. And if I watched it again, I'd like to just like watch other people's reactions to certain scenes. I won't say it on camera because there's so many things that you don't want to ruin for people. But Christ. How different a sort of project did this feel? How abnormal did this feel to other things? Because Archie, you did Midsummer, which was pretty freaking out there. Yeah. But this just feels completely like there must be times reading a script when you go, holy crap, are we gonna get away with this? Are we gonna put this on film?
Yeah. It's so I remember reading the script in a cafe and being like audible and fit, like I was like and like, oh my God, and everything. I've never read anything. Oh my God, I'd never read anything like it. And I think that's the amazing thing about Emerald, is she goes there. I think she's one of the most fearless people, if not the most person I've ever met. She's so just like, let's push it, let's just go there. And why not? Like, I think making films or making art in any way is a space to do that. And so, I think that's a really exciting feeling. Are we going to get away with this? I remember watching it she showed it to me and Richard, and Paul was with us as well in like April. And I just remember the three of us looked at her and we're like, are you and she was like, am I going to get away with it? And we were like, I don't know. Who cares? Great. Just go for it.
I think it's rare to get that as an audience member as well, because you're rarely shocked at things. Yeah. And I can imagine things being weird on set when you're filming an awkward scene, but to sit there and go, like the grave and the bath, and there's all sorts that go on there that you're like, wow, I'm watching this, which is quite a buzz. What do you think it is, the fascination people have with the sort of like the wealthy and the well-bred, because there's a kind of envy about it, a voyeurism. There's a complicated sympathies with people who seem completely different to you. What do you guys think it is that gets us going?
We're the majority of us are Oliver. We're on the outside looking in. It's such a small percentage of us that get to experience us, like I'm part of it. I'm not. I did. This was an education for me too. There's such a small percentage of people that get to experience life like that, and the things that go on behind closed doors. When our imaginations kind of run wild, and so any kind of peek behind the curtain, knowing that you're entering a world where people really do get away with murder, it's just endlessly fascinating knowing what happens in our real world of Epstein's and Ghislaine's and all these different people, and people what wealth does. We are just, of course, we're endlessly fascinated by it, but also, we're also attracted to shiny things like moss, and then it's just also, I think, interesting to look at look at those things shine and see how they do.
Yeah, I think you got a point. I was both like horrified, but then there's a little dark point in me which was going,
You can't look
I'd love
away.
to get that part.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Thanks so much.
I'm very much looking forward to watching this with the missus and seeing her reaction like live. You don't need any more kind of best wishes or good luck with it.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.